Hi friends, welcome to Perfection IAS, and today we are here for chapter second of economic survey. And in chapter one we talked about agriculture and the allied sector. Obviously we have find few queries and concern of the students about the explanatory nature of the lecture. Now first of all, you need to understand the purpose of providing this whole explanatory classes for the uh, economic survey. The reason we are doing this is we want to make economic survey a bit more digestible for the general students. So again, if you are if you are good in economics or you have a background of economics, obviously you'll find these classes a bit slow. But yes, the productivity of the class would be not on what exactly the question. Why? Because again, this is not a question and answer session. This is about the explanation of the economic survey. So that is why, if you want to exactly come to the point, and your explanation or your understanding of the subject is good, you can skip the first 5 minutes of the lecture and then you can begin with that. And if you are not okay with economics and you need to understand things, why? Because for many of the students, and we see mass of students, they don't have any background in economics, so we'll be having a bit more explanations. We'll be giving you few examples which may again make the lecture a bit lengthy and a bit slower. So now, focusing on the chapter second, which talks about enterprises sector, and basically, when you'll find this particular sector talks about the secondary sector of the economy, and the virtual absence of the sector of the economy in Bihar again is discussed over here. And directly coming to the text, the first line itself says that the capturing income from domestic demand requires policy orientation to improve social inclusiveness. So the policy orientation of the government towards social inclusiveness and building industrial capabilities. Now these 2 points are very important. Social inclusiveness will provide a level playing field, and building industrial capabilities will follow back. So again, these things are linked with each other, and since the survey have stated this particular line, obviously you need to focus on these lines also. And again, the industrial development report, again, after that we have a very basic introduction of this particular sector. So you can go this particular, the first paragraph after introduction, you can read it by yourself, and we'll be directly coming to the key findings of this survey related to the chapter. And each and every line here gives a very different message which you need to focus about. First, in Bihar, the relations between annual growth rate of the secondary sector and gross state domestic product have been rather moderate. So again, usually it is seen that in a state or in a country, the growth of secondary sector is reflected in the gross state domestic product. But again, the linkages between the secondary sector and the gross state domestic product in Bihar is not strong. And the reason again is secondary sector is not very strong, and there are very reason behind that which we'll be discussing in the times to come. Next, the second point, the performance of manufacturing sector has a strong bearing on overall growth and achievement in the secondary sector. So again, obviously, the manufacturing sector again we'll be seeing. And just to inform you all that we'll be also coming with a very precise and very crisp analysis, important data related to economic survey, which will be dealt separately. So student who have problem in having or going through these explanation can skip these videos, and then they can obviously cover those important data. So again, but to understand data you need an analysis, and that's why we are doing it here. So on the third point, its third point talks about Bihar industrial economy is driven by demand for consumption goods. Again, the consumptive goods and gives a very initial thrust to the secondary sector, and that is why we'll be seeing that in the section of FMCG, that is fast moving consumer goods, the movement of this is a major impetus. And again, in the secondary sector, construction, which is 9.5%, so it contributes 9.5%, and manufacturing, which contributes 8.2%, is a very major contributor. Next point talks about the increasing contribution of industrial sector in GSDP. The state government has strategized industrialization by introducing a well-articulated industrial investment promotion policy 2016. So again, this policy and the detail of this policy is still not required at this junction, but yeah, we'll be discussing that in the other classes. The contribution of Bihar to the country's industrial output have been extremely limited. I want you all to underline this particular line, that it is extremely limited and at 0.5% of the total gross value addition. So again, you just can see that not even 1% is the contribution of gross value addition in the industrial sector, and that again is a cause of major concern. The industrial sector in Bihar have been historically suffering from low investment, low capital formation, low return of investment. Again, this if you have studied the business cycle, you will come to know that if you lack basic infrastructure, if you lack a law and order, what would happen is, obviously in the investment would be low, and if the investment would be low, it will link to the capital formation, which again would be low. And if both these things would be low, obviously the reason behind that would be the low return on the investment. Why? Because risks will be high, and if you are going to take a risk, again, in the economic scenario, obviously there's a very high chances of failure, and that is why the return would also be quite a bit less. So these are the basic overview of the chapter, basic structure on which we are going to discuss. And what we are going to do is, now one by one we are going to discuss the sector. Very important point of the sector, like Bihar accounts for 3.5% of the total sugarcane production in India. Again, this could be directly a potential question, so you need to know that 3.5% is the contribution of Bihar towards the sugarcane production. uh, then next line also talks about the byproduct obtained from production. Again, yes, the bagasse and other fibrous residue of the cane can be crushed, and again that can be made into ethanol also, and again that could also be used in electricity generations. Like recently, again, if you relate this with current affairs, recently government have approved a new sugar mill in a particular district. Please name the district, and if you know that, please comment below. Also, there's one more sugar mill which is being sort of which is in the pipeline, which is going to be established in Patna. So at what place that particular sugar mill is going to be located? So again, these sort of questions could be a potential current affairs question, which directly indirectly links with this particular sector. So please keep an eye on that. Now coming to the next page, we'll be seeing that here the Mukhyamantri Ganna Vikas Yojana is again a program which again focuses on the seed replacement program. As we all know that in the sugar industry, one thing which is very more important is the seed, again, because that depends, that give you a very fair idea of the content of sugar in the sugar cane, and the better the seed, the better would be content, and then the better would be the yield of sugar. Now coming to the second sector, which is dairy industry. Again, the fact which you need to keep in mind is this point second, which talks about the daily milk collection across the all dairies increased from 16 to 1627 point 25 sorry 1000 kg per day in 2017 to 1931 0.11 kg per day in 2018-19. So again, basically it's a growth of 18.7%, which you need to focus on. So this 18.7, again, there's a growth, first thing which you need to remember, and second is it is 18.7. So these 2 points could be important. Again, non-agro based, from agro based we will just graduate towards non-agro based industry, and in that first is handloom and powerloom, which again they are different programs of the government, so nothing important over here. again we have sericulture. We need to know the types of silk. So again there are three types of silk which are cultivated in Bihar, very important. First is mulberry, then is tassar, and then is castor. So again these three types of silk you need to know. Why? Because again there could be a potential question which can ask you to underline or just take on the the variety of the types of silk which is grown in Bihar. Now, Khadi and Village Industry, again a very important sector, and the Khadi and Village Industry Commission together with KVI board in Bihar performs various activities to perform Khadi and village industry. And you must have seen that there are many Khadi malls being opened, and recently government of Bihar have strategized a program under which they are going to open Khadi mall in four major district of Bihar. So I want you all to just comment below the four major district on which Khadi mall is to be opened. So next, the major activities are dissemination of knowledge of newer skill, transfer technology, and research development. So again, the next line, which again is having a fact which can be a potential question, is the realization of target is also impressive, as 74% of physical target and 89% of financial target were achieved in 2018-19. So again, the government is very serious in Khadi and village industry, and again the initial success is also giving a thrust to the expansion of this particular sector. So next we have Chief Minister Micro Small Industrial Cluster Development Scheme, and under this scheme basically a detailed project report is being prepared, which again establish a facility center, sort of a common facility center, for which obviously the different level of state committee approves the basic clusters. Now, next is Udyog Mitra, which is a pivotal, which again it talks about that it plays a pivotal role in promoting industrialization in Bihar and provide consultancy service to prospective industries to establish or expand their industry. So again, it's sort of a consultancy service where you will have so it's a one window system where you can have a good fair knowledge of industries, the potentialities, and the way ahead if you are interested in the industry sector in Bihar, if you are interested in opening up a new industry in Bihar, and make required project profile, provide necessary information, address various 163 issues that arise through operation of industrial unit. So you just need to know what Udyog Mitra is all about and what does this Udyog Mitra does. Next is mining and quarrying. Again, as in my geography classes also have explained that this is a very small sector, very small sector in fact, and it is less than 1%. So again, after the division of Bihar into Jharkhand, again this whole mining sector have taken a toll, and the state government aims to collect rupees 1600 crore revenue from the mining sector, and actual collection was 1556.77 crore, which again is a 97, fairly a very high percentage target which was achieved. And again there are some facts which you can go but a section which is important and the last but not the least in this particular chapter is tourism. And in tourism we need to know about the circuit. Why? Because this particular circuit since we know that Bihar is seat of ancient India, where it was a very main place, a very plays a pivotal role in the ancient history of the country. So because of that there are many historical places as well as the cultural and the religious places over here, and all these cultural religious places are made into 8 tourist circuits which you need to understand, which is given over here. You need to remember that Buddhist circuit is there, we have Jain circuit, Ramayan circuit, Shiv Shakti circuit, Sufi circuit, Sikh circuit, Gandhi circuit, and Eco circuit. So these are the 8 circuit which you need to remember. And one again important interesting data which is given here, that the number of tourist arrival in Bihar have increased substantially from a 183.96 lakh in 2011 to 336.21 lakh in 2018, a growth of 7.8%, which again is very healthy growth for a tourism sector. So, friend, this is all about chapter second. Again, we have a question of mains which you can practice, and very after the completion of this particular complete chapter, what we are going to do is we are going to have a brief after the completion of these 11 indexes. We are going to have a brief one or two classes on which we are going to discuss the important data related to economic survey, in which we'll be having GSDP of the state at current prices, constant prices, and I'll also be explaining you what are these current prices, what are constant prices, what are net factor income, what again is say the primary, secondary and tertiary sector, the difference between them, the per capita income. So all these fact would come, but at first you need to understand the nuances of economic survey to understand things better. So stay tuned and prepare good for BPS examination. Thank you.